few months ago, I published a video in which I went on location to Dartmoor to capture some black and white landscape photographs and to talk about how black and white photography is becoming a larger part of my portfolio. I got some great feedback in that video, and if you haven't seen it yet, then I'll include a link for it in the video description below and at the end screen of this video. Following on from that on location video, this video is going to be all about creating a portfolio of black and white photographs. I've already selected the photographs I want to include in my Lightroom catalogue, so this video will mostly be about paper choice. And the choice in this instance is going to be of particular interest as I'll be displaying my work in a Fotospeed Spring Back Binder like this one. Now, the reason paper choice is going to be interesting is that I'm going to be using a type of paper from Fotospeed that I've never used before, and that's a duo paper. Duo papers are a range of papers from Fotospeed that can be printed on both sides. Why is this interesting? Well, it allows me to double the number of photographs I can include in my Spring Back Binder, as every page now includes 2 full-size photographs. Now, that's not the only reason to use duo papers, and you'll find some of the other examples on Fotospeed's website, such as how to print your own greeting cards, and Fotospeed's Matte Duo 240 even comes in handy card sizes. Matte Duo 240 is just one of the 3 papers in the Duo range that I'll be trying out in this video. The other 2 are Art Smooth Duo 210 and High White Smooth Light Duo 225. I've not used any of these papers before, so I'm really excited about giving them a try. I've included links to all 3 papers in the video description below so that you can check out the details for yourself, but they're all matte papers and suitable for a wide range of uses. Of particular note is the Art Smooth Duo 210, which has a guaranteed short grain when it is purchased as cut sheets. This means you can fold it without getting any bumps or lumps, making it ideal for book and album making. If you've tried this paper or any of the Duo papers, please do leave me a comment and let me know how you've used it and how you got on with it. Okay, let's talk about how I'm going to approach the printing. First, I'm going to be making all my prints on my Canon Image ProGraph Pro 1100 printer. I've published an extensive video on the Pro 1100, so if you'd like to watch that video, I'll include a link for it in the video description below and at the end screen of this video. I did also use Fotospeed's free custom ICC profiling service, but I will be using the black and white mode in Canon's professional print and layout software. If you want more information on ICC profiles, then check out my Pro 1100 video or download Fotospeed's free art printing ebook. I'll include a link for that in the video description below as well. Right, so I've got my photographs and I've got the printer ready, but which of these 3 papers will I use in my Spring Back Binder portfolio? I could use all 3, but instead I'm going to print just a couple of images from my black and white collection onto each paper and see which one I like the most. So let's do the most exciting thing in any print video, and that's hit the print button. Welcome back. I've got my test images printed out on the 3 different papers. Let's take a closer look. So here I've got the Matte Duo 240, then I've got the High White Smooth Light Duo 225, and then I've got the Art Smooth Duo 210. I've got the technical information printed here on the border, a nice feature, and also I've got all my papers defined on my printer using the media configuration tool. If you want to find out more about that, check out my Pro 1100 video, it goes through all that. Immediate thoughts on the prints as they've all come out really well, really happy with the way these have been reproduced on the papers. There's very little difference in terms of, there's no difference in terms of print quality. All the textures have come out. I've got some nice deep blacks here. It's maybe the blacker, it's a little bit blacker, deeper blacks here in the corner on the Matte Duo 240. But other than that, they all look quite similar in these photographs. The real differences are to do with the paper. So this one's very white, this one's a bit more warmer, and then you've got this one's probably marginally warmer again. And you can see this in the way that particularly the clouds and the white areas here on the rocks, you can see the warmer feel of these 2 papers. If we turn over and have a look at another one of the images, if I keep them the right way up, we've got, this is an image of Small Beach on the Isle of Harris. Again, the blackness of these rocks is very striking. You've got nice texture in the sand there. They've all come out, again, really nicely. I'm really happy with the way it's been reproduced. The only difference is the much whiter paper here, slightly warmer on these two. I think it's going to come down to personal choice. If we just get rid of these pictures here. So this is a picture I took in France recently. I'll try and change them around so you can see them a bit better. Hopefully you can still see them all on that second camera. Again, it's a very similar thing, but noticeably here, because they've got the whiteness of the snow, it just comes along a bit more crisp. But in terms of detail, looking in the shadows here, all the blacks, pretty well, very dark. It's really quite hard to pick out a difference in the paper apart from that whiteness. Not much to call from it, but again, I like the way the snow is being reproduced on this paper here. It's a little bit whiter. It's a tricky one. I mean, and actually, if I wasn't just going to pick one paper for the Spring Back Binder, I might well pick a selection of them. But for me, at least anyway, I think I'm going to go for the slightly whiter paper, which will be the Matte Duo 240. This one here. I think this, for the pictures that I'm producing, those high contrast black and whites, I just like my whites to be white. I think on these papers, it's not distracting, but I just think for the style of photography and the way I want my pictures to be produced, I think I prefer the whiter papers. But like paper choice always is, it's personal. It's not to say the print quality or anything or any of the detail has not come through differently in any of these papers. It's all relatively the same. There's not really any difference in the shadow areas. I think with the Matte Duo, maybe just slightly blacker in these really deep shadow areas here in the corner. That could be caused by the whiteness of the paper. So for me, for those types of photographs, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Matte Duo 240. As I've just mentioned, selecting a paper is very much a personal choice, and it can vary from photograph to photograph, and it might also depend on how the image is going to be viewed. Like I say, I could have really used any of the three papers I had, and while I have selected that paper, I will happily use any of the other Duo papers in the future. But now that I have selected which paper I will use for my black and white portfolio, let's print off all those images and get them into the Spring Back Binder. Now that I've got my prints made, let's get them into the Spring Back Binder. This is really easy to do. So I've got my prints here. Obviously I've been careful to make sure that when I print them on the other side, the correct orientation. Got my papers there, got this little sleeve here. It just pops in there like that. All I do is pull that back, slot that in there, close that over, and then I have my portfolio of black and white images. And just like that, I've got a wonderful portfolio of black and white images. And because the paper is in the Duo range, I can show off twice as many photographs for each page. So it's a really fantastic way to look through a large collection of photographs. I'm a big fan of Spring Back Binders. I think they're a great way to show off your photographs. I mean, it's so much more powerful than showing them on a small screen. I've published a video all about Spring Back Binders and how you can prepare your prints for a portfolio. And if you'd like to see that video, I'll include a link for it in the video description below and at the end screen of this video. Now, it's been really interesting for me to try another paper for my black and white photography. I've always loved the Fotospeed NST Bright White for black and white photography, but recently papers like Fotospeed's Matte Barita and Natural Smooth have found a place for me when printing black and white. So With so much choice, it can be a bit hard to decide. So if you would like to see me a video where I compare some of my black and white photographs across a range of Fotospeed papers, let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. That's about it really for this video. There's links for all the papers and the other videos I've mentioned in the video description below, so be sure to check that out. I love making printed related videos. It's just great showing off prints like this. So if you'd like to know when I publish the next one, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next one.